thing. Only swords. This is racism. Blade in your hand makes you feel better, even though you should be wearing a sword. Or a spear, that's right. Avernum is a poor land. What about the people on the surface of Avernum? Didn't we, get a big island? Like most weapons down here, it is dented and dull. However, it should do to defend off the angry lizard or arachnid. You should get the armor and shield from the other table. There's also a helmet in the box to the east. Click on the box to open it. Thanks. Armor, shield, and now we are into the weird thing where it doesn't actually tell you how much you're blocking. Because my defense is a percentage. A percentage of what? I couldn't tell you. I don't like that system. Oh no, somehow a goblin managed to slip down here. It's not too surprising. These lands are infested with these vicious little creatures. The Fort Monastery is not terribly secure. They've been sneaking in constantly, causing all sorts of trouble. When the creature attacks you, you will enter combat mode. Oh no, a single goblin. Yep. Done got parried, son. I guess I have to. Firebolt. Stop it. You're bad. And they're bad for making me use a freaking sword when all my skill points went into spears. Goblin mischievously closed this old rusty gate behind it when it snuck down here. Sealed itself in, probably not realizing you were down here. Fortunately, you can reopen the gate. Yay! How to cast spell. Someone in the corridor ahead. You prepare to defend yourself, afraid of another goblin. Then you see it's Baudry, the cook of the fort. She looks nervous. She wants to talk to you. Are goblins here? I don't know, maybe. 1 second, guys. I just wanted to boot up Avernum 3 real quick and see if I was right about the last game taking place, on the surface with, an island landmass and everything, where we got a surface colony. But I guess we're back in the caves. Whatever. Audrey's a tall, hardy woman, unusually heavily built for the poorly fed citizens of Avernum. Did we time travel back into the past before we got the surface? Or is this taking place simultaneously? Her skin has the pale, translucent look of those who spent their lives underground. Why doesn't she just move to the surface where we have a large settlement? She is the fort's cook. She asks, she may have come down here to get some supplies. What's going on here? She asks, did I hear a fight? Nothing important. Looks around nervously. Goblins? Even down here? Wish Captain Atos would figure out where they're getting in and squish them. I was looking for some mushroom flour. Maybe I'll look somewhere else. It should be fine. It's the dripping water and shutters. I'm sure I'll find some somewhere else. Why don't you come to the dining hall? Stew's ready soon. Okay, see you later. HP potion. Yay, climb stairs. Enter the main barracks of Fort Monastery. The air is fresher up here, and the building more spacious. After a few weeks down in the hole, you look forward to when you get moved up here. You should wander around the fort and speak with people. You'll learn a lot more about how things work. Also, try holding down the tab key. It will highlight people and things. Hey, Captain Matos. Captain Matos walks over to you. He is deathly pale and looks much older than he is, like most residents of Avernum. The experience of running Fort Monastery has aged him even more. Life is tough in Avernum, and even worse out here on the frontier. Ah, you're finally up, he growls. Good. You've had enough time to rest and get settled in. I need you to start working on the real job you're out here for. Dota's armor and weapons are old and dented from many minor battles, and some major ones. On the surface, the Empire would have replaced his equipment long ago. Here in the Underworld, you have to make do with what you have. What do you want me to do? Well, first step is to get you outfitted. We don't have much quality gear out here, but we're going to spare some of what little we have for you. Don't misuse it. There's some storerooms to the west, at the west end of the fort. There's a bow in one and a potion in the other. Ooh, a bow and a potion. I don't think we have to worry about arrows anymore? I'm not sure. Tell me about Fort Monastery. It's one of the newer forts in Avernum, and we really only claimed this land a few years ago. It's a lot smaller than Fort Draco or Fort Draenlon and the others. Why is it called Fort Monastery? It used to be a monastery out here. A bunch of crazy old monks, skilled healers, but reclusive. They taught people how to revive, and the revival was useless when it was level 1. They tried to live out here on their own. Guess it didn't work out well for them. The giants got the better of them. The fort is built on the ruins. How long have you been here? I've been in charge of here since Fort Monastery was formed. Wanted my whole life to fight for Avernum. Pity it wasn't in a more important place. How long have you lived in Avernum? All my life. Some come down here from the surface to seek their fortune, but most Avernites were born down here. I was born not too long after the Second Slith War. In fact, I'm third generation. The Empire threw my grandfather down here, originally, for one crime or another. Why did your Yeah, clearly he doesn't remember. Funny thing, but I have no idea. He never said. Most of those old codgers were always eager to say why they got banished. It was a badge of pride, but Grandpa always kept quiet about it. Okay. Alright. So, claim miscellaneous bow and potion. But not this sword, which could be useful. It's not mine. You're watching me, friendly soldier. Cool. Those boots are not mine. Those javelins, also not mine. Don't tell me to save the game. I can handle whatever you're gonna throw at me. Also, these are important as I recall. I think it's for a teleportation system later in the game. Spoiler alert! A dozen scrolls, old and brittle, covered in writing in some strange archaic language. Read them? I don't understand a word of it. The language is old. The writing does, however, have a runic appearance, and the scrolls are slightly warm to the touch. They are magical. My percentages continue to climb. Learn about items in Avernum 4. Woo! There's a bow. I don't think, yeah, I'm pretty sure we could just arrow forever, but different bows have better arrows, or something, maybe? I could be completely mistaken. Hey, pants. You'll be taking the bulk of the damage. Trash room. Cool. What's back here? There's a trap door. I'm not strong enough. Dark and remote, but it is unused. Several sets of grimy goblin footprints on the floor. Ah, this is where they're getting in and out. Yep, forever bow. Get wrecked! Also, not much in the way of MP, but it comes back passively over time, as it always has, but I think it's a little more expedient than it used to be. I don't think we have an alchemist either. Okay. At the regain strength as time passes. Okay, first aid is actually useful starting in this game. Bat! Will continue to not be useful. Bolt of ice! Mushroom. Okay, so there are just alchemists. Generic brand alchemists. I think I'm getting ahead of myself, by the way. Ow. Jerk. Let me backpedal. I don't think I was supposed to be in here yet. There's still fort to loot. I see there's a giant lizard. Beasts of burden. This lizard was bred to pull wagons. Claws and teeth have been dulled. A bit less dangerous. Oliver. Hello, Oliver. You don't recognize this man in this remote fort. You're used to seeing just about everyone, but this man is a stranger. We don't talk to strangers. Stranger danger. It's clearly from the surface. His tan skin and heavy build make it obvious that he's an Avernite. Looks like a traveling merchant. His boots and clothes are worn, and he has a large leather pack slung over his shoulder. Grabs your hand and pumps it up and down. Hello, adventurer. I'm Oliver. Traveler and trader, bringer of useful goods and exotic items to every corner of this world we call home. And I'll probably be seeing you again. Kind of looks like a recurring character. Traveling merchant, that's usually their shtick. They show up all over the place. May I interest you in something? Trinkets, tools, a wand which will blast a goblin's head off its shoulders? Where are you going next? Well, I don't want to go to Formello, but I've heard the route there is... I want to go to Formello, but I heard the route there is very dangerous. Savage Nephilim. The next people we'll be fighting, probably. They've been mostly wiped out on the surface, but they're all over down here. Seems completely oblivious to the fact that there's a Nephil in front of him. Very rude. I can't really leave until I know the route to Fort Draco is clear. If you get close to Fort Draco, could you come back and let me know how things look out there? That would be really valuable to me. There are many Nephilim down here. I know, Nephil and Sliths and all sorts of magical beasts. The Empire wiped them all off the surface years ago. Down here is the only place you see such creatures. Uh-huh. Lark's office. Lark is the sole mage in residence at Fort Monastery. She is unlike many wizards, friendly and helpful. Oh, I can speak to her for stuff. Hello. Nice icon. Like most forts in Avernum, Fort Monastery is a mage in residence. Her name is Lark. Though you haven't had a chance to speak with her, you can tell at a glance that she is from the surface. Her skin tone marks her instantly. She smiles and walks over to greet you. Welcome to the Hedge Wizard's humble place of work. I'm Lark. How can I help you? What you do? For you, I can offer training. There are a few magical spells I can teach you. Also, a few minor potions and scrolls I've created. Sadly, I need to charge for my service. It is how I keep myself fed, stationed out here as I am. How much do you charge? I can afford a little bit. Probably good to improve Bolt of Fire. Dogs are barking. Tutorial. Some mortar and pestle I could sell. So I will, because this is the beginning of the game and I'm extremely poor. Hey, you. Oh. Guess I can't sell to him. I might drop it then. It'll be the first thing I drop. Lots of barking. Oh, priest. Strout. A beautiful woman with short dark hair in this shrine. She was sitting cross-legged and meditating. She hears you, she stands and turns. Greetings, adventurer, she says with a smile. I'm Strout, healing mistress of Fort Monastery. I hope that you do not need my help, but if you do, I am here. Priestly rituals. Teach me your ways. In your ways, and I mean primarily improve minor heal. Hey. Matos. Found the equipment you left for me. All 2 of them. I can really put you to work. When you're ready to get started, let me know. What's that magical thingamadude over to the west? Nothing. Nothing at all. Just be about your business. Okay, what do you want me to do? The goblins are a nuisance. And the problem is getting worse. They keep sneaking into the fort, and I don't know how. They're getting through the surface gate, and they aren't dropping down from the ceiling above the fort. Find out how they're getting in and let me know. Okay, I kinda did that, but, found a tunnel that the goblins could use to sneak in. Of course, the old storeroom. It was sealed off, but the goblins must have burrowed a tunnel through. Curse me for not thinking of it sooner. I won't seal it off, of course, but now I can set a nice ambush for the little monsters. That's not the end of it, of course. Now I can send you out to do some creatures some real damage. Alright, what do you want me to do now? And they're really sticking to the goblins. They're weak creatures, but tenacious. I think you have what it takes to slip in and hurt them. Their leader is named Trixta. Of course it is. He's a warrior with a quarter of a brain, which makes him dangerous for a goblin. He's somewhere in their warren to the south. Sneak in there, or fight, and finish him off. Do this for me, and I think I can even find some new equipment for you. Oh my. You spoil me, sir. Blacksmith. A tin helmet, huh? Bulky item, of course. I want that bronze spear. Do you buy stuff? Uplow. I got some iron. Now I can buy a spear. Give spear. Oh right, it's a shield that's a problem. There are no... What? What do you mean a one-handed spear? You're crazy. Stop being crazy, you crazy person. Oh, hey. A job board. Rhinestone.